Hello, and welcome to episode 114 of Movies in Us. I am your host, Marcus.
And I'm TJ.
And this is the movie review show that reviews genre movies from the beginning sometimes. Today is our
hiatus
break.
episode.
Hiatus, that's the word. And then, of course, I'm leading this, and that means I get to have my pick for this hiatus. So I decided to pick a movie I've been hyping up for a while, sadly. And so I kind of obligated to do this one. But it's the 2010 release of Black Swan.
Wait. Is that what you watched? You didn't watch the 1942 release of the Black Swan? I watched a pirate movie. What did you watch?
Oh, I watched the Black Swan Theory.
Nah, you didn't watch. I watched this, Black Swan Pirates,
Oh, how was it?
It was pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
It's the Black Swan.
Oh, I just watched Black Swan.
Oh, well, I guess you're going to have to do this review by yourself.
Oh, that's fine, because it's going to be a short review, I'll tell you that. Not much happens in this movie. This movie is a movie critically acclaimed and hyped up when it came out. And I'll tell you why. It's because it's got a star-studded cast and heavyweights behind the scenes. We have directed by Darren Aronofsky. You might know him because he's done movies such as, looking on his IMDb page, he has done Pi, he's done The Fountain. He did Requiem for a Dream, which I think is an overhyped movie.
A movie that I've never seen.
It's a movie. He did Mother, and some other movies. I'm now finding out I'm not a fan of his movies. Wow. He's a famous director people love. Nah. That's good to know more. Although he did do The Whale. I do want to see The Whale. He did The Wrestler.
I heard that was good too, but
I heard this was good too. This is terrible. Okay, we've got directed by Darren Aronofsky. Screenplay by Mark Heyman, Andres Hines, and John McLaughlin. McLaughlin. There you go. Story by Andres Hines. Do we do produced?
Normally.
Okay. Produced by Mike Medavoy, Arnold W. Messer, Brian Oliver, and Scott Franklin. Not a female so far in any of these names. Starring some females. We have... Scroll down to casting. Sorry, hold on. Natalie Portman as Nina. That's the main character, Nina. Mila Kunis as Lily. Vincent Kessel as Tomas, not Thomas, Tomas, Tetris ass. Barbara Hershey as Erica, Winona Ryder as Beth, Benjamin Millipede as David, Senia Solo?
I'm not even sure. Oh, there you go. Senia Solo, yeah.
Okay, as Veronica, Christina, Anna Paul as Galena, Janet Montgomery as Madeline, Sebastian Stan's in this as Andrew. He's the Winter Soldier, guys. So it kind of connects to what we do.
He was in it.
Oh, well, I guess, was it Natalie Portman in
Yeah, she was Jane.
She's in Thor. So yeah, wow, look at that. Yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing, right, guys? Toby Hemingway as Tom, Sergio Torrado as Sergio, Mark Margolis as Mr. Fithian, and Tina Sloan as Mrs. Fithian.
Sure was.
We're going to jump on down to the runtime. This movie has a runtime of 108 minutes. It's an hour 40 something, right? Hour 48.
Yes.
Felt longer than that, I'll tell you that.
It was a long movie for when it was for the story it was telling.
Right? I thought, okay, an hour 48 is going to feel short. Nah, that felt like a 2.5 hour movie, man. Don't know how they did that. Jesus. The budget was $13 million, and somehow this movie grossed $329 million. I don't know why. Word of mouth, man. That's a powerful thing.
I get it.
I don't. I would have been a naysayer. Like, boo. No. This, you guys can obviously see how I feel about this movie that I chose. Shocker. It goes to the top 20, so I guess I'll through. I've done this before. I've talked about this before. I'll do...
Oh, yeah, we did do 2010s. We had to have.
Yeah.
Is there a superhero movie in the 20 to whatever that it's in? Because I know it's...
I'm looking at it. No.
So just do 20 to 11 or 10.
Well, it's at number... Blah, blah, blah. It's in the top 20. The top 10, there is a superhero movie.
Yeah, but we would have covered that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We probably... If I'm asking...
But I definitely covered 20 through 10.
Oh, okay.
Because...
I see.
Killing's time, because animated movies and shit like that. I mean, we'll do it anyway. So at number 20, we have...
I don't remember. That was like 50 movies ago.
Exactly. Yeah, so at number 20, we have Little Fockers with $310 million. I'm not doing all this. At number 16, we have Black Swan. Guys, it made $329 million, obviously. That's right under The Karate Kid with $359 million, the Jaden Smith, Jackie Chan remake one.
I don't know what that is. I mean, I know of it, but I never was interested.
Sadly, it's the only Karate Kid movie I've seen. It's okay.
The first two are classics, but they're not need to
Timeless.
see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. On top of that, we have Tron Legacy with $400 million. At number 13, we have The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader at $415 million. The King's Speech, which won Best Picture that year, at number 12 with $423 million. Clash of the Titans at number 11 with $493 million, and at number 10, How to Train Your Dragon with $494 million. And of course, at number 1 that year with $1 billion and $66 million was Toy Story 3.
Okay.
It's the last Toy Story movie I saw because it ended off the trilogy really well. I was like, you know what? At the end of the series here, that's how you do a great trilogy.
Is that the one they ended with them turning, almost falling into lava?
Yeah, lots of the bear go to set them on fire, but they get saved by the claw. It's a really good movie.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like, you know what? I don't need to see any more of these movies. I know they're not for me anymore. So yeah. That's the box office 2010. I guess behind the scenes.
Okay. So, not really much as far as the basic behind the scenes stuff goes. You know, he wanted Natalie Portman right from the beginning. So,
yeah,
he talked about doing this movie since 2000 with her. So, and apparently they rewrote a screenplay called the
I just read this.
What the frig are they called? The backups.
Understudy.
Yeah, they rewrote a script called The Understudy to make this movie to do it. Apparently Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis are good friends, so she got her the job.
Oh, okay.
So
nepotism? That's not nepotism.
No.
It's just
so they were like, sure. Apparently, his original script was the wrestler married to the ballerina. They were supposed to be
the wrestler from The Wrestler.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the same movie, but he split them off because there was too big. Each had its own large story that could be told. So
I respect that.
And I think he said they do take place in the same world, which easily can fit. I never saw The Wrestler, but I mean, they're real world events, two completely different things.
Yeah.
But the original idea,
like
was, wrestling seen as the lowest form of art and ballet's supposed to be seen as the highest form of art. So,
oh wow, that's beautiful. Actually, I kind of like that.
That was his original intent for it, but didn't go that way.
I would love to see that movie play out. Actually, just the two of those contrasting couple. Wow.
I'm just reading the because apparently at the film festival, this movie was chosen over a George Clooney movie called The American.
Oh, that's a spy movie, I think, or whatever. Yeah.
So apparently this was, the critic behind it said that this movie was just better. So I don't know why that's in there, but I'm just mentioning him.
Because George Clooney's a name, so that's why.
I mean, so was Natalie Portman, though.
But it's George Clooney.
Yeah, it's not as big as George Clooney, but
that exactly is George Clooney.
But it's not like it's 2000 Natalie Portman. It's 2010 Natalie Portman.
Yeah, but it's George Clooney.
I understand that, but at this point, George Clooney is like 80. So
well, I know, but it's George Clooney, so it's like I get your saying, but it's like just David versus Goliath at that point. Like George Clooney is a name, or Natalie Portman is a name too, which is not George Clooney name.
I mean, it is female versus male. Too.
That too, yeah.
There was a slew of controversy behind this.
Oh, okay. Like what?
Apparently, there is a lot of similarities between this movie and the anime Perfect Blue.
So okay.
I've never
seen this anime.
It's funny. I do a whole other podcast on anime and never seen Perfect Blue, so I couldn't tell you. But they deny it. Apparently,
okay.
He said he denies that he said there is similarities, but it was not inspired by. Essentially,
interesting. Because now that you say, I'm looking at the 2010 box office still. At number 4, you have Inception, which made $825 million. And that also was accused of taking things from an anime.
But it is noted in the creator of the movie, Perfect Blue, that he had met with Aronofsky in 2001.
Oh, wow.
So
maybe there was inspiration / thievery, however you want to phrase it.
Yeah.
Intentional, unintentional, but maybe there was definitely some kind of that going on.
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. And I would have watched it if I had read this right before I watched the movie, but never got to it, so we don't know.
Well, maybe one day we will. One day we probably will.
There was also controversy behind the costume design and who created some of the designs for the dresses.
Really?
Yeah, some person was claiming they did it, and other people are claiming they did it. I mean, this is stupid controversy, so I didn't really dig too deep into it.
Wow, I vaguely remember hearing about this. I was like, who cares? I mean, I guess give credit where credit is due, but like,
right, I know.
Really? I vaguely remember hearing about that as a kid. As I saw, I was in high school when I saw this, or when this came out. So,
and then there was also a controversy over Natalie Portman's dance double.
That too. Wow, man.
Yeah, apparently the dance double was mad that Natalie Portman was getting credit for doing all of her own dancing.
Yes. I remember this. Wow.
And it's just a silly thing to get mad about, in my opinion, but whatever.
Like you should know, like you're not the star of the movie,
right?
Granted, your name's in the credits, like get credit.
That's my thing. But if her name's in the credits, then she should just be quiet about it.
Yeah, it's like the stunt doubles getting angry when like Brad Pitt takes applause for taking a hit on the face.
Yeah,
like come on, guys.
It's like that's your job.
Yes, I know it's nitty gritty. You do need to get like pats on the back for that for sure, but
it's like
I'm not saying that's how it is because that's a terrible
what's
phrase.
What's even worse is apparently Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis did study ballet for like 6 months leading up to this.
Yeah, I saw they did a lot of training and
and they were both did it as kids.
Yeah,
so it's not like they weren't like completely not like amateurs going into this. So it's just like you did a few twirls on screen. It's like I know it's hard, but still.
Yeah, like I know you definitely spent your life being a professional ballerina. I'm not belittling that at all, but it's like you signed a contract to be someone's body double. You're not going to be top billed.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now maybe there was like an interview we don't know about where Portman or whoever took all the credit. Like, I did it all myself. So maybe that's what the person is referencing. Who knows?
That's not what this says. It says she was mad that people were saying she did doing her own stunts.
And she probably did do a good portion of her own stuff. So yeah.
All right, now
I'm pretty sure Tom Cruise has to have at least one body double. Probably not. But
I don't know. He's a little nuts.
Yeah.
All right, now there's a slew of awards we got to go through.
Oh, really? Let's do this.
I'll start off by saying that when 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
it tells you right here, TJ.
26,
total
27.
versus what nominations.
Does it?
Yeah, right under the picture. It says total blank nominated for 188.
I was all the way down at the awards.
Scroll at the top. Total number of wins and nominations.
61.
There you go, of wins versus you were about to count to 61. I'm glad I stopped you.
Yeah, I was. But yeah, a slew of awards. So
are we going to go through all of them or not? We're not doing all of them.
We're definitely going to go through all of them.
Why are we going through all of them?
Because
let's start at the bottom and go to our top.
No.
Let's say the important one first.
No.
Last.
Stop it. This is my segment.
Oh my god! Why are we doing 61 nominations for TR?
Because we do it in every other one. It's not this movie's fault it won so many awards.
God damn it, TJ.
So we're starting with the big one.
Jesus Christ! What's the big one, TJ?
It won Best Actress at the Academy Awards.
And who won Best Actress?
Natalie Portman won it.
God damn right she did, because she did phenomenal. I'll give the movie this. The acting is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, the acting is top notch in this movie. And
it's the best thing and probably the only good thing about this movie.
I'm gonna say it right now. I don't know how I feel about this movie. I don't know if this movie is good or bad. I don't know if I like it or hate it.
I knew you would feel this way after seeing. After I finished watching the first. I can't make a good review, but like I felt a certain way for the first majority of this movie, and then by the end, I felt a certain way after that. And I'm thinking to myself, I know TJ either hates or loves or doesn't know what he feels about this movie, but I know he's gonna have a polarized opinion.
Like I'm still digesting it and still kind of figuring out plot points because some of this movie went over my head. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Like at first, but as I've been able to sit around and think about what was happening, I've been able to figure out some things. But like, I still understand certain things that happened in this movie.
Okay, I was about to yada yada during the review, so maybe you have to talk, like go break it down then proper, huh?
Like
old school way.
There's a few things that I'm very like lost on.
Okay,
but let's get back to the awards because this next award, I don't why the Argentine Academy of Cinematography Arts and Science Award they won for Best Foreign Film.
Okay.
Yeah, they won 3 Alliance of Women Film Journalist
God,
Awards.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm a feminist. But God, what the f is that?
This is why we do the awards for these ridiculous names.
Oh, guys, just like threw up in my mouth a little bit. Sorry, pro woman here still.
It won for Best Cinematography, Best Director, Editing, and Film of this thing.
Also,
it also won Bravest Performance Award. What the hell is that?
Stop
what
it.
does that mean?
Stop it. She was so brave in it because she did a few twirls and acted a little crazy and wasn't afraid to show some tears, blood, and sweat.
And
Gross.
also
an Unforgettable Moment Award.
The Unforgettable Moment Award, which they don't list what it was.
I think I can think of a few.
Yeah,
scenes.
there's a few scenes I can agree with.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, gross. But okay, but like they couldn't nominate Twilight. The Twilight Saga Eclipse had a strong female lead in it.
No, Dan. Those movies, that's not a strong female lead. If you think that's
I think she's a very strong female lead.
If you think Black Swan is a
or what about Resident Evil Afterlife? I'm pretty sure that's a strong female lead.
I haven't seen it, so I can't judge.
Or, okay, what about Sex and the City 2? They gotta be strong female leads, right? Okay, now I'm looking at this list like, yeah, now I get why this was nominated. Like, we need something, goddammit. God, Valentine's Day is probably terrible sexist shit. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oh, Eat, Pray, Love came out that year. I remember that being very popular. I don't know anything about it, but it's based off a book, I think. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
It won the American Film Institute AFI. American Film Institute AFI Movie of the Year.
Wow.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
AFI, it's AFI. I don't know. Like, that's a very prestigious thing.
It also won the Art Directors Guild in Excellence Production Design of a Contemporary Film Award.
Really?
That's what it says.
Yeah, okay.
It swept all of its Austin Film Critic Association awards for Best Actress Cinematography.
Bullshit.
It won Best Actress Cinematography, Director, Film, and Best Original Screenplay. It won 2 Boston Society of Film Critics Awards for Best Actress and Best Film Editing. It also won a British Academy Film Award. It only won 1 British Academy Film Award, believe it or not, for Best Actress.
And what's funny, usually those awards right there, the BAF, BAFTAs, they usually predict who's going to win the Oscars too. Like if you win Best Actress, you're probably going to win Best Actress Oscar-wise.
Well, that's why I noticed set that up, because that's usually they're the stuffy actual awards.
Yes, we know what theater is, kind of shit. But we know Shakespeare.
I do agree. Natalie Portman.
Again. Like I'm coming hard at this right now, obviously, but the acting is wow in this movie.
Yes.
Wow. Like wow. I forgot these are actresses. Like these are fucking great. The rest of the movie,
even you forget that Mila Kunis is an excellent actress too.
Yeah, she's great in this.
It's like you think of her in like that '70s show and stuff like that, and it's just
I don't like that show. So,
but that's where she's most famous from, essentially.
Yeah.
So you think of her in roles like that, or the Wicked Witch in the new Oz movies, and it's like you forget that she's an actual really good actress.
It also won
the Broadcast Film Critics Association Award for Best Actress, obviously.
Yeah. I think that's a no-brainer. Like, I was looking at the other movies for this. Like, there's no way if she would have lost that, that would have been a crime against humanity, I think. Like, there was no competition.
Right. So we also got the Chicago Film Critics Association Award for Best Actress and Best Original Score. I'm actually surprised it didn't win more music awards, considering it's
really?
A music. Not that I'm saying the music is fantastic or anything, but because of its orchestric kind of soundtrack and stuff like that, it's like,
I'll spoiler, that's like one of my complaints about this movie is like, I did not come out wanting to be a singer or dancing. I should have came out wanting something like
but
that.
Here's my thing, though. A movie like this that's like very artsy with this kind of soundtrack, you could see why people would be like, oh, give them all the music awards. You know what I'm saying?
But there should have been more, though. There should have been like...
Yeah, I know, but...
It should have incorporated more...
But I don't think...
And maybe like legally they couldn't have used like Swan Lake shit, obviously.
Ballet isn't really the focus of this, though.
No, but still.
So that's why I don't think it was as incorporated as...
I know, but like I think they'd missed the mark on that, in my opinion. That's all.
Anyway, it also won Costume Design Guild. That's the name of the thing for Excellence in Contemporary Film Award. It won 2 Dallas-Fort Worth Films Critic Association. There are way too many.
Yes, TJ.
Way too many organizations that give awards.
Yes.
They won Best Actress and top 10 films. Do you get 10 awards for that one?
You know what, TJ? We should start doing this.
What?
Like, if we ever get to the point where we catch up to this shit, we should give out like awards and.
I'll give out awards.
Yeah, it's just
Sure.
like do shit like that. Nah, we should do that.
But like, what is it? What's a top 10 film award? Is there 10 awards for this?
Okay, the Dallas-Fort Worth Film Critics Association Top 10 Films is a list of 10 films selected by the Dallas-Fort Worth Film Critics Association. God, geez, so that's a sentence. To honor the best films of the year. So yeah.
That's a stupid award. That's just a top 10 list.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's like if the Oscars were to give every thing they nominated, like, okay, we nominated 10 movies, they each won a
Isn't that what the
award.
nomination process is? You get credit for being nominated.
Yeah, but you only one winner, where they were like, nah, there's 10 winners.
Yeah, no, but like, even...
It's a participation trophy, essentially.
And no matter what you say, if you're nominated for an award, you always say the Emmy-nominated award. So it's always a title regardless. So it's
but it's not the title you should... Like, you want an Oscar for Best Picture winner.
But my point is...
Schindler's List versus...
My point is, the top 10 award is already the nominated award. That's redundant, is what I'm saying.
Although I'm looking at it now, I clicked on it, and it's still listed. So what year did this come out? 2010?
Yeah.
This is number 3 of the list.
Okay.
So there is a list from 10 to 9, or 10 to 1.
That's my point. It's stupid.
Yeah. So, yeah, number 3 was Black Swan. Number 2 was King's Speech, which won Best Picture that year. And number 1 is Social Network.
All right. It also won a Florida Film Critics Circle Award for Best Actress. It won...
Oh, my God. We got so much of this to go. Jesus Christ. Keep going.
It won the Golden Globe Award. I actually know that one.
Nice.
Best Actress Motion Picture Drama. It won... Gotham Award. It didn't win a Gotham Award, but hey, Gotham gives awards. Did you know that? The Houston Film Society... We were already in Texas. Why are we back in Texas? The Houston Film Critics Society Award for Best Actress. They won a slew of independent Spiro Awards for Best Cinematography, Director, Best Female Lead, and Best Film. It won the Indiana Film Critics Association Award for Best Actress. Does she have all these trophies just sitting on her freaking shelf?
Probably. She probably has like a trunk full of them and just like is going to pawn them off one day.
I'm going to just say she won the Iowa Film Critics Award for Best Actress and the Kansas City Film Critics Circle Award for Best Actress. She also won the Las Vegas Film Critics Society for it, and the movie won Best Art Direction.
Really? Like, I'm never going to question her winning things because it makes sense for these other ones. Like, really?
The Best Art Direction? But,
like, what?
But was there a better movie out that year that had a better
art direction? Probably. Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 1. Like, I don't know. Like I'm not a fan. Like, Iron Man 2, maybe. Like, just...
Okay.
It was just, like, theater rooms that, like... Even a finale Black Swan event, Swan Lake wasn't, like, really on stage. Like, it was on stage, but like, it wasn't, like, center stage and, like, oh, this is beautiful. I'm gonna go see a play. But, like so this one? Okay. I guess.
It also won the Los Angeles Film Critic Association for Best Cinematography.
What?
It also won the New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Cinematography. So apparently people really like the cinematography.
Oh, no.
She won the New York Film Critics Online Award for Best Actress. They won Best Cinematography and Best Film and Music Score.
Sure.
We're back in Texas again. How many freaking film associations does Texas have?
It's a lot. Texas is big for that kind of shit.
So, North Texas Film Critics Association Award for Best Actress she won. She also won the Oklahoma Film Critics Circle for Best Actress. And Mila Kunis actually won
nice.
one for supporting actress. Good for her.
Yeah. Oh my God! Really? Online Film Critics Society.
She won. Yep, she won the Online Film Society Critics Award. She won the Phoenix Film Critics Society Award. Actually, she did not win the San Diego Film Critics Society Award. But they did win Best Director. They won 2.
Finally, a man gets some recognition in here.
They won 2 San Francisco Film Critics Circle Awards, Best Cinematography and Director.
You like how they go to California, all those guys start winning shit, but in Texas, surprisingly, they're more like, women get the awards.
We're back to the women's awards as Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman won Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress Saturn Awards. They didn't win any Satellite Awards.
Scream.
They won 3 Scream Awards for Best Director, Best Fantasy Actress. Was that Fantasy?
Fantasy Actress and Supporting Actress?
Fantasy Actress? I don't think this is a fantasy. This is it's a psychological thriller.
Yeah, but I guess this is not based on a real story, I guess.
I was just going to say that most of this stuff happened in her head, right?
Sure.
That's the only way this movie makes any sense.
This is Images and a movie you probably haven't seen. God. Oh, God. What's that movie? The Drummer of Miles Teller. Oh, shit. It's a good movie.
I don't know.
Continue talking.
They won a Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Performance by a Female
Whiplash. It's a Whiplash and Images had a baby. It's this movie. Continue.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It won a Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Leading Role. That's a mouthful for just, Best Actress. It won... Natalie Portman won the Best Actress for Southeastern Film Critics Association, St. Louis Gateway Film Critics Association, and the Teen Choice Award for Movie Actress Drama, as well as the movie itself won for drama. The Tornado, nope, we don't need to do that one because they didn't win anything there. Utah Film Critics Association, they won an award for Best Actress. And finally, they won the Venice Film Festival Emerging Performer Award, while Mila Kunis actually won it.
Oh, nice.
So, and that was all the awards. And that's not including the 60 that they were just nominated for.
188.
Well, I'm just saying 60. Well, I guess it would be more like
127.
Yeah, 127 others. But yeah. Woo.
Good job, TJ, for all of that. That's a lot of awards. Anything else behind the scenes? I guess we'll talk about.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So I guess that's it. Any trailers?
I don't own a copy of it.
Wait. So how'd you watch it?
Streamed it.
So yeah, we talked about behind the scenes. We got no trailers. We did the box office. I guess it's time for us to get into this psychedelic review, right?
I guess.
Psychology. So, like we've said before, all this movie is a psychological thriller. What you call it? How you say it?
Psychological thriller.
That word. Can never say that. It's a mental mind movie, like Images. Remember that movie, guys? Yeah. So some of this stuff happens in her head. Some of it's real life. There's no real indicator of what's real, what's not, until you see what's real, what's real, and even then, kind of have to question. Was it all real or not? So, yeah. I think I would have known that, would not have picked this movie. So, this movie's very simple, guys. Nina, the main actress, main character, played by Natalie Portman, she wants to be the Black Swan in the Swan Lakes production. She's a ballerina who's struggling and just wants to be the best and be seen by everybody. Well, before I continue, you have questions about the movie, right? So, am I doing this our old school way? Like, how should I do this for you?
No, just go through like we've been doing.
Okay. So, Lena lives with her mom still. She's probably in her 20s, I guess.
I guess that was also confusing. Like, is she like she acts like she's
20s.
she's acts like she's 12.
There's a little arrested development going on here. Her mom is controlling. She's actually younger than she is, and she's like, and it alludes to throughout the movie, like she's never had a relationship with anybody, physical or romantic, proper.
She said she's not a virgin though.
No, but like it's just that's my problem with this movie. So
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is she mentally handicapped?
That's what we don't know. Like, is she like special? Is she just bipolar, schizophrenic?
Like,
is there some kind of mental thing going on for? I mean, obviously, yes.
Because if there is,
to what degree?
There seems to be going in there, and that maybe it's possible that the mom is just trying to help her through that or everything like that.
Be like a caretaker, or is she just an abusive, controlling mom?
That's the other thing. Or is this an abusive relationship, and she's like telling her that she's doing wrong, but it's really the mom that's like the one that's crazy and stuff like that. But it's hard to tell.
Yes. And I think that's definitely a point against this movie because the movie is too vague.
It is very
in certain aspects.
Vague.
It doesn't have to hold her hands, but it should give us some kind of guidance in that kind of points. Like, I don't mind being like, was it real or fake? But at least tell us the mom's part of it, I guess, or what have you, right?
Right.
Like, there's moments in this movie where she goes out and hangs out with people and then doesn't, and then like kind of dreams about it, but like
she does go out.
But then we don't know where the hangout stops.
Right, because
and then where her imagination takes over.
The biggest thing that we were talking about is at one point Natalie Portman sleeps with Mila Kunis.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's revealed that never happened. Or did it?
Yeah, because the character seems like she's trying to Mila Kunis seems like she's trying to set up Natalie Portman.
Right. It seems
take
like
over the role.
Yeah, she seems.
But also, she's supportive. So was it in Natalie Portman's head the whole time, or was it actually
right? But also, it could also be misinterpreted that her being supportive is just being manipulative.
Yes.
So maybe she did do it, but maybe she didn't, because it's hard to tell. Like there's a few points where she's seen Mila Kunis doing certain things, but then that's in her head.
Yes.
But those are only brief glimpses, whereas this was an extended scene.
Yeah. which I don't mind, but they could have filmed it in a way that kind of shows you, like I said, the lighting's off here a little bit, so this is obviously in her mind
But they
versus
did
real.
show the tattoo on Mila Kunis's back kind of warping a little bit.
Okay,
So, like, that could have been an indication.
maybe. And it does, but at the same time, this movie does set up things in the beginning and shows like, okay, she does this and things are different here. So when it happens again later, when she does things here, there should be a different there. Like, I don't know. It's too vague. It's too vague.
It's definitely too vague, and it doesn't even feel like it pays off because there's a lot of her seeing herself.
Yes.
And I guess they thought that the ending was like, oh, this is the big reveal for it, but it didn't feel like it. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like that was a conclusion to all the doppelganger stuff she was seeing.
Not at all. No.
Like I get the what's the word? The
allegory,
imagery,
metaphor.
the allegory, yeah, whatever you want to call it. Of, there's two swans, they're evil, and she's embodying them both, and she can embody the good swan perfectly, but she's having trouble repressing the bad swan, and that's when she finally gives in to the bad side of herself. She's able to do the black swan perfectly. I get all that. Like, but at first it went over my head when I first watched it because I had no idea what was going on.
Okay, that's fair.
But like, and then so anyway, go ahead, go back to your review.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I was about to go right to the end.
I know. So we can. So let's just say. So the main character in Maddie's apartment is Nia, wants to be the Swan. She gets the role eventually. From her.
What's the point of Winona Ryder's character?
To show that Tomas isn't a
bad
great
person,
guy. But even then, he's still like it's all like
sure
in the middle. Like he's not the best, but he's not the worst either. He's not abusive.
He's obviously taken the younger ballerina as his
under his wing as
as his girlfriend or whatever.
But even then, like he does make moves onto her, but like they're not egregious as I see in the other films.
He was grooming her for that role because at the end when he finally perfected it, he called her
his little princess,
his little princess, just like he was calling the other one little princess.
Yeah.
So it's definitely there. But okay, he's a scumbag, but he's not like big enough. Have a big enough role or play in the plot to make
that's my problem.
Make a difference of him. So who cares?
Like again, I'm not defending the guy, but like even him being this, like he's doing it. I'm not justifying his bullshit, but he's doing it to get a better performance out of her too. His methods are unconventional for sure, but he's doing it like he's seductive.
What makes it worse is that she's very receptive to it.
Yes,
she wants it to happen.
Yes,
so she's just very within herself and not allowing it to happen.
Yes,
so it's like sure, but it's you know what I mean. So it kind of denotes like. Not denotes, lessens the impact of it because it's not like, okay, this guy's a scumbag, but like, not really if she's advanced, like, allowing it to happen, you know what I mean? Like,
it'd be fine if this was like a commentary on that, like how people will be grooming and people are susceptible to it and like it's part of the industry sadly and it'd be like good to commentate on that, but it's not really doing that.
No, it's not doing that either.
It's kind of shining a light on it, but not enough to like be aware of this people. It's like no, so why have it? Like you said, like I think this movie could have been a grander. It could have been like you said, these characters could have been a little bit more over the top and I've been like more receptive of it. Like if you could say if he was more monstrous, if she was more whatever crazy, like, what have you.
Even more I think about it, like I'm just like the whole thing doesn't really make any sense. Like she's into him.
Yes.
But she's willing to sleep with Mila Kunis.
Yeah, she's questioning herself or which swan, what's what, or I think it'd been better if, like I said, if she was like a coming of age, or like if she was like a younger, if we knew what age she was, I guess. Like, is she still in her early 20s? Is she in her mid 20s right now? Like, is she still trying to discover and find herself at a younger age, or is she just, I don't know. It
feels almost, I don't want to say sexist, because
it's not sexist, because it's just not.
It feels like he doesn't understand.
No, the director, right?
Yeah, the director doesn't understand women in general.
No, it feels like he picked off a heavy a topic or a subject matter and just didn't really understand the fully like. But even like when we were talking about the rewards earlier, how you kept saying like editing and visual stuff kept winning awards. Like I don't know how, because I can see how this movie could have been better visually and better storytelling visually. It's not bad, but for being based on a theater. And for having someone who has like schizophrenia or however disease she has, there's a lot of visual things that could portray better in this movie that would have showed us more and just showed us more characters and
this
motivation
movie
and shit.
Should have cut out about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
18 minutes. No. about 20 minutes. Cut out about 20 minutes of this movie
Yes.
and get to the point.
Yes.
Because
Yes. Because the first 2/3 of this movie, fluff. Boring fluff. She wants to do the thing, become the ballerina. She gets the job, but she's still got to be forced to do better because Tomas is like, you're a great white swan, but
Well,
this is not the Black Swan isn't in you. So kind of do that, but she's still kind of crazy throughout the movie. And
I get that it's fluff, but if you would have just focused on the psychological things that were happening in the first 2/3 and like cut out all the unnecessary things and just focus on that.
What's unnecessary though in the first 2/3?
Like all of the freaking ballet stuff. Really,
I think you would need more of that personally. I think
like if you would have focused on her seeing seeing more things.
Yes,
because it was just too sporadic.
Yes,
to really like, okay, maybe she's just seeing things. You know what I mean? So if it was like more, honestly, more in your face about it, like,
yeah, this movie wasn't. It was too ambiguous and too subtle. It should have been more like. It should have been like over the top. It should have been just more.
Like the whole Beth stuff. It's like, why is like I get why it's there.
Yeah,
but it felt like it dragged.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Like, I was thinking, like while we're talking, like if they would just killed her off in the beginning and they would have started at her funeral or something like that, great. His previous little princess died because he drove her crazy or whatever the why she killed herself. Keep that there.
There's a lot of that in here. Like there's like the other ballerinas hate her now that she's like fallen for it, but they're not even characters. So
no,
it's like,
they're just background.
It's like everything is just kind of background happening to everything else around.
Yes.
And I kind of get it. It's more of a her point of view.
Yeah, but
it's like...
the problem is, like, we start off with a crazy person and stay with the crazy person getting crazier. And so we only get her point of view proper. So it's hard to get other points of view and to gauge how crazy she is or gauge anything with this.
Right, because you don't know what's real and what's not.
Yes, exactly.
And it's like...
There's no counterbalance to this.
Is any of this actually happening at this point? Like,
and by the third act of this movie, like, I just don't care. I don't care if it's happening or not, because you pull the rug out from out of me so many times with, like, her going on a date, her going out to the bar with the guy, with her, Mila Kunis, and meeting two guys, then thinking she had a sexual encounter with Mila Kunis after the bar to realize she didn't. Like, okay. Her fighting with people to not actually fight with them. It's like... How much of this can I take where it's still all up in the air kind of stuff? It's like
I would not have been surprised if this movie ended with her waking up in her bed.
I would have been, oh my God.
But like that's how like vague and like not explanatory this is.
Yes.
Like I would not have been surprised if that was the ending to it. I would not have been happy with it, but I would have been like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
Or she like blinks or something and she's on a mental institute.
God, that would have.
That's I like that. That's what I'm. Or like she blinks and she's like locked in a room and her mom's keeping her locked in there forever or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of the ending I was expecting. But it ends even more vague than that.
It does. And that's the ending is kind of, like you said, it's like, if it were going that way, I'd be like, wow, that's kind of upsetting.
Yeah. But at least we would have got a proper ending.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's still a proper ending what we got. So let's say, so she goes through all her trial.
Before, like, I did not know what I was getting into.
Yeah.
Before, when you said Black Swan, I just wanted to watch it because you've been hyping it up for months.
Sorry.
So, like, I just was like, okay, I guess this is what it is. But I didn't spoil myself. I didn't even know it was about ballet until I read the wiki page.
Okay.
So, but I don't know why I didn't know that I was going into an art movie. That's all you choose.
I didn't know it was going to be an art movie, TJ, because I didn't know anything about this movie, too. I just knew ballerina stuff. And she's trying to be a Black Swan, which I knew was the Swan Lake stuff. But that's all I knew.
Even the people you talk to that recommend you movies, it's always an art movie. I shouldn't have expected it, but for some reason I did not expect an art movie.
Same.
And it was,
God damn it.
And it was another goddamn art movie. And
I said it to myself when the first like visual bullshit happened. I was like, God, fuck me. How do I explain this to TJ?
and then it ends on an artsy note. It's like,
which I would have been fine with if like they would have showed a production of it. It was like, pretty to watch, but so she's the White Swan. Oh yeah, that's right. So she's about to do a performance, but the night before she was her and Mila Kunis went out to a bar with some guys, and she overslept. Oh no, she had what she thinks she had was a sexual encounter with Mila Kunis.
Yes.
She wakes up the next day, realizes I don't know what a twist happens. So she wakes up late.
She wakes up late and she goes and confronts Mila Kunis, saying, "You just left in the morning? What are you talking about?" And then this is where I got like the because Mila Kunis's reactions to this was like, she says like Leslie and stuff like that, almost like, you know what, now that I think about it, 2010. It's 2010 mindset of all this. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from today's kind of standards, but now it's 2010.
A lot has changed.
I get it now. Never mind.
A lot has changed.
But still, that's where she's like, and Mila Kunis is like, no, we didn't. I went home with some guy, and
unless your name is Tom and have a dick, I didn't go home with you.
And then she asked if she was good in her dream and stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, that was good.
She said so like, was I good? Like, I like that. It was cute.
Yeah,
but where were we going with that?
You were going through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so like Mila Kunis Natalie Portman oversleeps, thinking that Mila Kunis tricked her, trying to get Natalie Portman's
this is my other question.
Because Mila Kunis is the understudy now. Yeah, continue.
This is my other question.
Yeah.
So she spiked her drink.
Yes.
This is why I don't know if.
Or maybe she didn't.
Well, that's true, but
right.
Right. This is why I'm not sure if the encounter happened or not. So if she spiked her drink, because she does admit that she did, and Natalie Portman didn't see her do it, so it's like it's very hard to tell which scenes happen and which they want us to think that it didn't happen. That's what the movie's saying.
Yes.
So that's what we're gonna have to go with, but. Unless I think this movie needed to we needed a follow up with Mila Kunis. Actually, is she crazy or was she after the job or not? Because that's the thing that is really holding up this whole plot right now.
Yes, like this movie's trying to gaslight us the whole time, which is fine, but. There's not enough resolve in this. There should be more visual cues to okay, so this was real. This wasn't real. Whenever Mila Kunis' hair is up in a bun, it's real. Whereas when it's down, it's fake. That's a great thing to tell us, but no. So there's nothing to indicate to us what's going on. And that's the point of the movie. I definitely understand that's the point of the movie. I'm not saying the movie's dumb or it's too smart for it's good or anything I'm not saying hey, hold my hand through it, but just give me something.
It's too confusing and vague.
Deliberately so. It's give me something, movie, please. Give me something. So Mila Kunis is accused of being a traitor, backstabbing, trying to take over the Black Swan Swan Queen role, or whatever it's called.
Was Natalie Portman character an understudy to Beth's character?
No, what I think it was, Beth was the predecessor. She was the main character for the previous production. I say it was Wizard of Oz something. So the new production, Black Swan, maybe Beth thought she was going to be it, but he chose someone else now. That's what I think was what happens. And maybe Beth was too old or something.
Because as soon as Natalie Portman's character realizes that Mila Kunis' character is the understudy, and now she's going kind of psycho that she's trying to do it, she goes back to Winona Ryder's character and returns all the stuff she stole and says, I understand what it's like to be the understudy and someone wanting your role and stuff now, and I'm sorry. And then it's was that the story the whole time?
I don't know.
I don't know. So it feels like there's 3 different plots happening, but none of them are connected.
No, none of them connected. None of them are and none of them pay off at the end. That's the thing. There's no good payoff because, spoiler alert, I don't know what to say. I'll say it later. So Mila Kunis doesn't take over the role because Natalie Portman shows up I got this, I'm doing this, I'm taking over.
Well, that's also because she was locked in a room by her mother after.
Yes.
So that's another thing. Is she hurting herself? Was that real or not?
I want to say it's real. She's crazy enough to do so. Not on purpose. She's not doing it on purpose. She's just going through mental shit, stress, whatever thing's making her mentally break down.
I also did not like all the nail cutting and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of visual pulling skin off and kind of shit in this movie. So brace yourselves if you watch this. Even
the simple notion of the mother cutting her fingernails with scissors, I don't like any of that.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's very simple kind of gore and creep out shit. Nothing like stabbing someone in the eye. No, it's just That's
No,
pulling
but
this
see, like,
now.
when you see someone get stabbed in the eye, it's like you're desensitized to something like that.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
when you see, like, just something that you know is going to hurt.
Yeah,
and it's
because we've
just
all
like,
been there. We've all
it's like,
done those small things.
and it's
It's,
like, now I'll be good.
yeah, to see that character pull out that loose piece of skin near your nail, and it's just like, oh God, no, I know that feeling. Yeah, yeah. Whereas you see someone get stabbed in the gut, like, okay,
Yeah, it's like,
I've seen
whatever.
that 20
Yeah,
times in
who
a horror
cares?
movie. Yeah. I do that in my video game every day, so this is nothing. So yeah, that's a great use of like just small horror stuff. I like that. But yeah, so speaking of stabbed in the gut, so Natalie Portman fights Mila Kunis in the dressing room. Like, this is my job. This is my time to shine now. They fight Mila Kunis. I'm sorry, Natalie Portman accidentally stabs Mila Kunis in the stomach with a shard of glass after pushing her into a mirror and she kills her.
Yeah, she kills Mila Kunis. So here's the thing: if this was following the arc of, she's the understudy, Mila Kunis is the understudy, and she's crazy and she was killing it, this makes sense.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, but I didn't call the twist because I didn't understand what was happening.
I called the twist because there's two big clues in this movie, or not clues, but giveaways.
Like, I figured it out afterwards, obviously.
Yeah.
But like when I'm watching it, I'm still trying to figure out if Mila Kunis is trying to manipulate her or not.
No, so the first big clue is like, let me say the big thing. Let me see what happens at first. So she kills Mila Kunis, performs Swan Lake. Okay, after she kills Mila Kunis, that releases the Black Swan in her, and she dances her ass off seductively and becomes the best Black Swan ever. And visually, that's great. Like, I was like believing, I finally see her being loose and like doing the thing. So Black Swan comes out
because she let that side of her out.
Yes. Now she goes back to the dressing room after that happens.
Because we were building that up the entire movie.
Yes.
With all the sex stuff and stuff like
that. It was great. So now she goes back to the dressing room to clean up, become the White Swan again for the final dancing art act. And she does. She goes in and sees, where's the blood? Where's everything at? She opens it up. No. She goes knock on the door. Knock on the door opens. It's like, oh no, it's Mila Kunis saying, congratulations, you did a great job as a Black Swan. Can't we see how you finishes off? And now Natalie Portman's just like, what the bitch? I thought I killed you. I'm not saying no. She didn't say that out loud. She said it to herself. She says, thank you. Closes the door. Checks on the body. No body there. She's like, where's the body at? Oh no. Looks at her stomach. Oh, I self-harmed myself. I stabbed myself in the gut.
Right. So
shit.
That's the whole doppelganger thing.
Yes, I'm bleeding out to death now.
She just replaced the Mila Kunis herself with Mila Kunis.
Yes.
Because that replaced that image of her mental breaker. So.
Exactly. And so with that being said, she performs the last dance successfully, does a great job, falls off the thing that's she's supposed to do. Send innovation. She dies? Probably?
I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
It fades to white as the audience cheers. Congratulations, Black Swan. That's the movie. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Ambiguous as movie ending for an ambiguous as movie. Now, the two clues that got me to where, like, okay, I knew how this is going to end. Essentially, not beat me for beat, obviously, but how she's going to end her story was her fighting Mila Kunis and it not being Mila Kunis was the first clue was like the whole sex scene with her and Mila Kunis, right? Like, we didn't do that. So, okay, so obviously that's a point like she can visualize being with someone and doing things and not that happening. So, okay, that's one clue right there. And then also around that date, she tells Winter Soldier Sebastian Stan, the Black Swan kills her. The White Swan, Black Swan, they kill themselves at the end of the thing. Like, okay, so now I know she's going to kill herself at the end. Don't know how she's going to do it, but she's going to kill herself.
You know what? When that came up in the thing, I thought the same thing. Oh, she's going to kill herself at the end. I just didn't realize it was going to happen.
Yeah. When she said that in the movie, I'd roll so hard. Like, thanks, movie, for giving away the fucking ending. Now we know how it's going to end. And so now I'm just thinking to myself, how's she going to do it? And so when it happened, it was still good. Like, it was played off really well, but it's just like...
I was still trying to figure out a mystery that wasn't in the movie. That's what my whole problem was.
Which was what?
Like, I was like, is Mila Kunis really trying to manipulate her? I was stuck on that.
No, and actually should, because I was stuck on that for a while too, and I was pretty much sold on that because like it seems like that's what that character would do in another movie.
I was like, and when she killed Mila Kunis, I just took it at face value, and I was like, oh, how's she gonna get out of this situation?
Yeah. So did I for a second. I was like, but how's she gonna kill herself? Is it the guilt that's gonna make her gonna kill herself?
Oh, I definitely thought she was gonna kill herself. At the end, jumping off because they when they showed that in rehearsal, I was like, oh. That's where that's going to happen. Yeah. I'm just not sure how she's going to pull it off. And I figured she was going to do it after she killed Mila Kunis because now she's got a corpse in her body.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So I figured, but then the whole other twist, I was like, I overthought this.
Yeah. Which is, I guess, what they want you to do is like overthink this thing that's pretty much been telegraphed from the beginning. But yeah, that's Black Swan.
I
Complicated.
like the
yet
ending,
vague.
like the ending lines. It just stops. But
Oh,
like,
the ending lines of her saying it was perfect.
well, not only that, she's bleeding out.
Yeah.
And Mila Kunis says like, "Oh my god!" And then the guy's like, "My little princess," which is kind of creepy. But and then she's like, "Yeah, it was perfect." And then it fades to white. So it's like just stops. It's like, okay, like I get it. It's an ambiguous, like open-ended thing, but there are still like too many questions.
Yeah.
Like, did she die there? Because she did stab herself, and there's a lot of blood, but that's a survivable wound.
Exactly. So it's like, and that's like, it's survivable real world wise, but in movie standards, it's a death wound. So
But like,
I don't know how real this movie's trying to go with us.
But was Mila Kunis's character manipulating her to get the role? And if she did die, I guess Mila Kunis wins in the end.
Yeah, but at the same time, Mila Kunis seems so genuinely nice to her when she wasn't being deliberately crazy. Maybe she wasn't trying to take her role. And maybe she was just projecting herself onto Kunis and how she treated Beth. So who the knows, right?
Right. That's my whole problem with this movie.
Yeah, same. It's too subtle, too ambiguous, not enough grandeur for me to be like, that ambiguity to the movie was worth it.
And the stupid goose stuff, swan stuff that were happening when she's transforming into the swan, it was unnecessary. Yeah. We get it. That was on the nose.
Yeah, it's like, I know it's for the dumb audience, but we don't need this. Like, that could have cut out. The visual was pretty when she was dancing and doing. If they would have kept that during the dancing scenes, fine, whatever. But during the mental breakdown scenes, I don't need to see feathers coming out of her because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it was like, that was just gross for gross sake.
Yeah, and I get it's the Black Swan trying to come out of her, but like, we don't need that.
Is it though? Was it though? Like, I get it. Oh, look, black feathers, but she's still like repressed and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. This movie was close to being a fun, great, like riveting movie. It was really close, but all the markers it set up for itself, I think it just couldn't hit them. It came close in it came really close to a lot of them, but it's just
like I'm not knocking it. I see why it was popular.
Yeah, it's just the acting alone. Oh, goddamn, so good.
I really did like the acting.
Yeah, like she deserved every one of those 60-something awards.
To be fair, I just like the actors and actresses in this. So
do I. Yeah.
So it's easy to like someone you already like.
Yeah, not a single
especially when they do a good job. What?
Not a single person of color in this movie too. Fantastic.
I mean, it's ballet. Can you guys even do ballet?
I mean, there's also people of color in the sense of like Hispanic and Pacific Islander and shit like that. Come on, man.
Look,
not just black people.
We know from history that people of color just have no rhythm.
Exactly. We never once had to perform for our lives and shit like that, right?
No.
So why would we ever want to perform like this?
You guys are not famous for having rhythm. You can't dance. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you got me. This is strictly a solely a white endeavor.
There can't be no women of color ballerinas. You can't stand on your tippy toes. Come on.
I'm not even a black janitor, though. Come on, give us something. I'm kidding. But yeah, back to the movie. The title's Black Swan, damn it. No. Yeah. Okay, I don't hate this. I don't hate this movie. It's not bad.
I don't hate it, but I don't think I would watch it again.
No, I would not watch it again. It's one of those movies where it's so ambiguous. I can't even recommend it to anybody just because I don't know who's this is for.
No, it's definitely held up. I guess I would say it's held up by the acting. So if you want to see great performances,
yes.
I mean, and if you're into ballet,
all right. But even then, like you don't like. I can see if they were doing ballet things, but it's just the backdrop of it.
It is the backdrop, but like just to see like the inner workings of like her practicing and like cutting her shoes down and stuff like that. I get it. If someone's like done ballet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like is really, really into it. I can see them really getting into this movie.
I wish it was just more of a love letter for ballet too. I just wanted more. I just wanted more. That's all.
Here's the thing. The movie kind of wanted to be that, but it also wanted to be a psychological thriller. But it also wanted to make an artsy statement about, swans and stuff. So
it wanted too many things.
It wanted to do too many things, and it just couldn't do any of them.
No, it's the same thing like La La Land. It got in its own way. It's like La La Land, you were almost a great movie, but you got in your own goddamn way.
Sure did.
Damn. Again, not a bad movie. I guess let's get to ratings. I'm gonna give this like a 4 out of 10. I started at a 5. I just talked myself down to 4 because it was an average movie, but just the more we talked about it, I was like, I can't recommend this. So it's like a 4. It's a solid 4 though. It's a solid 4 for me.
Yeah, I still am undecided of whether or not I liked it or hated this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm still undecided if it's a good or a bad movie, honestly. So I think I'm just gonna have to fall in the middle and say a 5.
And that's fair. That's definitely fair.
Just like, but I wouldn't say it's an average movie.
No.
Which makes sense, if that makes sense. Like it falls in the middle, but not because of its averageness.
Yes,
if that makes sense.
It falls there because it can either be phenomenal or awful.
This is definitely a love it or hate it movie.
Yes, and it depends on your mood probably too.
Yeah,
but like I said, the 4 I'm giving is a very strong 4.
Like, I wonder how I would have felt about this movie if I wasn't going in it with a critical eye.
Yeah, I think I would have hated it personally.
I would have probably.
I would have stopped it like 2/3 in, like, I don't have time for this shit.
You know what? It's funny. About right after the reveal that Mila Kunis didn't sleep with Natalie Portman.
Yeah,
there's like 40 minutes left in the movie or something. Like that.
Yeah, yes.
I looked at it. And I was like, I really don't want to watch the rest of this movie.
That's the thing we're talking. It's like this feels really long. This movie feels really long.
But like, it wasn't even like it. Not only because it felt long. It was just like, for some reason, right after the reveal that didn't happen, and like it just keeps tripping me out with different things. I was just like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm not interested. And I could just turn this movie off right now.
Yes.
And if I didn't have to watch it, I was seriously debating, maybe I should just turn this off right now. But I was like, no, I gotta see it through because I gotta do this review with you tomorrow.
Shit like that makes it not a good movie. Because, like, okay, let's talk about this. Like, even though the acting is phenomenal and it is amazing, I don't care about these characters.
No.
Whatsoever. I don't care about the main character's ambitions and wants and needs. And maybe it's because we start off the film with her wanting the thing and she gets it. Like, she's not struggling to get it. She gets it.
Maybe.
Now she's got to do better at having it. And like the third of Mila Kunis in the movie, being the understudy, comes 2/3 in the movie. So like, it's too late for me to even care about that rivalry. So it's like, who am I rooting for?
And Mila Kunis, you're right, is barely in the first 2/3 of the movie. She's like background character for most of it. And I'm like, isn't she supposed to be in this movie? Where is she? And then after her like big scene in the movie, she kind of disappears again. And it's just like, huh?
Yeah. And so again, we're solely focused on the main character, but she's not likable, and her craziness isn't crazy enough for me to like be reverently invested in it. So it's like, what do you want from me, movie? Who am I supposed to be here for? So
I think
the characters are just weak. Actually, phenomenal. Just characters are weak.
I do think the movie suffers from it all being from Natalie Portman's point of view.
Yes. Like, if they would, like I said, like, if they would have gave us a perspective change halfway or two, like, every third of the movie would have been like, her mother's perspective, Thomas's perspective, or Mila Kunis' perspective.
If they would just even switch back and forth between Portman and Mila Kunis' character, that would have worked fine, too. Or even just a one instance of it happening somewhere that give us a grounded reality.
Yes, exactly, because the reality we see through her eyes aren't grounded, because like, we still got to question if it's going to be thrown out from under us again, so we don't know. So yeah, I think just that hurts the movie too. Maybe it's a 3. No, it's still a 4 though. So that being said, still a 4 out of 10 for me. But I think that's what also hurts the movie. It's just character development, motivations and stuff.
Yeah. I'm still going to stay at a 5.
That's fair.
But another artsy movie, Marcus.
I apologize. I truly did not know, or I would have avoided this movie. But that being said, it was still an okay artsy movie of the ones I picked, right?
Was it? No, it's not the highest rated movie we've watched.
No, Sing Street was.
Sing Street was.
Yes. But this is probably our second highest one?
I don't know. I think it's right on par with La La Land.
Yeah. It's funny because these arts movies, we want to like them because they're not bad. They're just bad.
Right. Like, I've heard like this movie was good over the years, but it's like, you know me, I'm not a movie guy, so I'm never bothered.
That's fair.
So it's like, okay. And now that we did it, it's done.
Yep. Now that we did it, it's done. That's our new sign off, TJ. That's our sign off. After 114 episodes, guys, we found it. Now that we did it, it's done.